launches at about 300K. Goes to $1 million.
Your people hope. Like your dickhead American people, he's giving them hope.
When you see people making millions, minting 12 million from trading mint coins, why the hell are you being in for tech?
Crypto Flip.
Welcome back to the Crypto Flip podcast. I am your host, Harris King, and I am joined with my co-hosts, Deji and Ricardo. But before we get into today's confessions and get into the nitty-gritty about the crypto market, I actually have some good news for you guys. We are officially announcing we are now upgrading to once a week, every Thursday. So listen on your audio platforms, on YouTube, wherever you like to listen to podcasts, because the Crypto Flip guys are expanding. I know you love it. So to celebrate, what we're going to do is we're going to listen to the first confession.
Let's do it.
Back in 2018, when I was 18, I put $50,000 from my grandparents' will into Bitcoin. I made almost $1 million whilst living at my mum's house. I work as a pizza delivery driver, and since no one knows about my earnings, most think I'm pretty broke, even my mum. I don't see the problem here, fam.
Kudos to my man. Do you know what? I think the fact that he's holding on to this, he's not saying I'm out. I'm gonna buy a Lambo. I'm gonna go buy myself 10 yards. Maybe he should invest the money elsewhere. But I think the fact that my man has all of this and he's just walking around as a pizza. First of all, I'm gonna give my pizza delivery drivers some more respect. Yeah.
Still, sometimes dap him up after he delivers that pizza, man.
Exactly. You never know, like, because sometimes you don't really show them the respect, like, because you're just like, this guy's just whatever. I might put a little bit more respect on my pizza deliveries, but
more tips, yeah, more tipping.
Nah, I'm gonna spin it. I'm gonna be like, listen, I'll tip you in USDT. Do you know what that is? If he says yes, then we could take the conversation from there.
Still.
It'll be like $5 USDT.
But yeah. What do you think his problem is? Because you wrote it down as a confession, but I didn't really see a problem. Maybe he just wants recognition or something.
You just want to put it out there in the world that actually, you know what? I've got this P that no one knows.
True. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that meme where there's that guy in the corner of the party and everyone else is dancing, and then you see a lot of people put the things over, like in the crypto space, they might say, "Oh, they don't know I'm a crypto millionaire" or something like that.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. But yeah, Deji, what do you think?
I mean, honestly, first and first, I mean, I don't think this is a confession. This is not a bad confession. I think there's nothing wrong in putting this out there. I think because we're so used to a lot of like negative confessions, that's why when this was submitted, we're like, okay, this is one of the more positive one. But yeah, shout out to my man, fam, for being a piece of delivery, for having the wits to to understand what Bitcoin is, being a store of value, put in 50K of money that won't really notice if it was gone, because he took the money out of his grandma's will and then put it to Bitcoin. That was an excellent move. And then he's set for life. So because he keeps making the right necessary investment, because personally, for me, 1 million investment is not enough. You know what I mean? You need way more than that to sustain your generations to come. So it's just the beginning, but he's got a lot of head better start than most piece of delivery guys. So yeah, shout out to him, man. Good stuff. I love it. This is one of the more positive ones, and I fucking love it. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's definitely some positive news. So shout out to you, my guy, for listening to the podcast.
For real.
So next, we actually have something slightly different. We've got an audio that we want you guys to listen to. I believe it was happening around the time when things started dumping, but we'll let you listen more and then we'll give our reaction.
Okay, let's do it.
Selling now, honestly, man, innit? Looking at your kids in the eyes and being like, you know what? I'm real sorry, my youths. Daddy, when I got a change, you know what I mean? No more big daddy got a fat, you know, like a fucking that man, I can't look my children in the eyes knowing that daddy sold on dumps. On dumps, man. You fucking idiots. Who the fuck is selling? I don't know anyone selling. My team ain't selling. I know bag hunters ain't selling. Gem hunters ain't selling. So who the fuck is selling? Michael Saylor buying. Grayscale buying. Elon Musk on the Tesla cash flow fund is buying. So who the fuck is selling? I tell you who's selling. Little wee camp didn't even want to be in this game anyway. Didn't understand understand it. In it for the tech, mate. You ain't in it for the.
Who's in it for the tech? That's what my man wants to know.
Wow.
Who's in it for the tech? He was on smoke, you know. He put the diss record out.
The people that say they're in it for the
Track one.
tech are usually people that are left bag holding. So, first of all, I fucking love this guy. I love him. Like even though it was a little bit too aggressive, I love his approach because he understands where the market is. If you sell right now, you're just a fucking donor. And then if you're selling doing dumps, bro, like you're selling when it's down, you're even a bigger donor. At least wait for it to be green. So I'm completely on this side. Like obviously a little bit too aggressive, but I fully hear where he's coming from, man. I mean, because he's thinking about his kids. He's like, yo, how am I gonna tell my kids? Look them in the eye and say, yo, daddy sold on dumps. Not even sold on a green day. Sold on dumps. Dumps, bro. Dumpster things, fam. Nah. He's not on it, and I love it. I love it. Whoever this guy is, shout out to him, fam. He's a sick youth.
Facts on facts. Also, nobody's in this shit for the tech no more, bro. I used to be in it for the tech, but you know what? It then hit me one day that meme coins are going crazy. There's always been a meme narrative. Always, people just ape into shit. I'm like, yo, why am I in this for tech, bro? The tech. There's tech everywhere. Like, forget the tech. I'm in it for the hype, bro. I'm in it for the hype and the coins and the peas. That is it.
Yeah. Honestly, so to jump in and I'll let you jump in, Harris. But no one's really in it for the tech. People that say they're in it for the tech are people that realize, listen, I'm down on my bags. I'm now forced to hold for the next couple of years. Those are people that say they're in it for the tech, bro. When you see people making millions, minting 12 million from trading meme coins, why the hell are you being in for tech? What tech are in these freaking meme coins? No tech behind it. Fam, if being in it for the tech, it means you're gonna stay broke the rest of your life. Nah, that's not the way forward, bro. Nah, man, be in it for the piece, be in it for the app, whatever gets you up to do what you need to do to get your portfolio where you need to be. Do it, bro. If it's for tech, do it. If it's for the money, do it. Do you, fam? Rubbish.
Yeah. I mean, that was legendary. I was in I'll tell you how I found it, and it will kind of lead into our next section. But I was in a meme coin group, and
wow.
yeah, I was in a meme coin group, and somebody posted that in the Telegram because I was just going through the audios and stuff because they were having a launch party, so they were doing like a live voice chat. And I was just going back through the audios just to see if there was anything saved or recorded. And I came across that and I was like, this man's on smoke. Who's this guy?
Passion. Passionate smoke.
Pure passion. But he said a lot of truths, though. He said a lot of truths. If you like the delivery or not. He said a lot of truths, man. You know, if you're invested in something that you know has value and it's dumping, why would you sell? In fact, that might be an opportunity for you to buy. Obviously, if you're invested in meme coins and it starts dumping, you might have to think twice.
Yes,
but
correct.
yeah, for everything else, I definitely agree.
I think that's obviously you give more context that you were in a meme coin group. So whoever that audio was directed at, probably someone that was probably panic selling the meme bags. But there's nothing wrong with that because you know what I mean. If you feel like you've got enough returns on your investment on a meme investment, hey, so be it, fam. Not all assets are meant to be held for the whole entire duration of the bull run. So yeah. But more time than not, man, I think you should not be selling on a dump. Like it's just ridiculous. Like it's one of the most stupid mistakes you make because you know within 24 to 48 hours there will be some sort of bounce. Whether it's a 10% bounce or 20% bounce or 50% bounce. So why would you sell on a red? Why? Anyway, let's do it.
Yeah, great questions. So the Crypto Flip podcast is back again, and what we need from you guys is we need you guys to leave some reviews. Our reviews are looking a little light. I need you to go to Spotify, leave a review, good or bad, I don't really care. Just leave a review. And on Apple Music or Apple Podcasts, on wherever you're listening right now, on YouTube, just leave a comment and we'll read them. And maybe we'll actually read some of these reviews in the future. You never know. So let's get into some of the news. Actually, before we do that, there's something that I want to share. So I was on LinkedIn one day and I was networking. I saw this opportunity and I was like, okay, let me speak to these guys. And we were speaking. They liked what I was, my experience, etc. And then they were like, okay, cool, jump on board. They are a VC studio, so they launch different tokens, etc., etc.
When you say token,
They
you
want
mean
so
meme
on.
coins?
I'll come on to that. And then yeah, so they were just telling me about themselves. I was telling them about myself. I was like, okay, cool, seems interesting. It's a short-term opportunity, but let's go and see what happens. So I come on board. Obviously, they were telling me about all these different projects that they do, and then I was like, okay, cool, sounds interesting. It's like some harder tech stuff, whatever. Then he was like, obviously, we're working on these things, but meme coin season right now. Sometimes you have to ride the wave, blah 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 blah. And I saw obviously what direction this thing was going in. So he's like, yeah, we launched this meme token maybe like a while back, and yeah, it did all right. It went to like I think a few 100,000, maybe 100 and something thousand, and then it obviously crashed and died. And I was like, okay. And then they're like, yeah, we're going to relaunch on Ton network, on Telegram's blockchain. And at the time, I didn't really process it because I was just like, okay, come, whatever. You man are just going to have me on board, come. But I was like, all the actions happening on Solana, you're going on Ton.
Makes
You
no
don't have
sense.
that much of a budget. It doesn't make sense. If anything, and obviously you've already done it on Ton, you want to reuse the assets, etc., and relaunch. Why not go on base? But everything was already done. So I was just like, whatever. Let's just see what happens. So it launches and it flops. It went to about 7K market cap and died.
Okay, $7,000.
No, 7,000.
Wow. Okay.
So
That's funny.
8,000, and then it just crashed. There was no volume there. Like even if you go to Dex Screener and you scroll at the top, like Ton is like you have to go for like when you click more and then it'll see it underneath. That's when you'll see it. So it's not like one of the popular blockchains. Now there are
Yeah.
projects on there that are doing well, but it's not where the volume is. So it didn't go well, unfortunately. So yeah, that kind of flopped, and then yeah, we weren't really speaking, and then one person from his team does his own launches and stuff like that, and I was like, do I want to work with these guys again? Even though he works for them, but he's got his own thing going on, and then the guy who approached me originally hit me up, and I was like, okay. Maybe I should do it. Let's just see. So I was like, okay, calm. Let's do it. It was on better terms as well. Got 1% of the tokens this time.
Okay. 1% of 7K. Yeah.
No, it's a new
We'll
token. It's a new token.
It's a new token.
New
Completely
token.
separate.
I know.
Unrelated. So I was like, okay. And this launched, I think, 48 hours ago. So it's launch day. So everyone's there, whatever. I send them my wallet address. Because the other project that I was moving on was moving Buki, I didn't even think the guy had sent anything, so I didn't even check or anything like that. So it launches. There was a pre-sale, beforehand, and then it launches.
Of course, there's a pre-sale.
So they were on a launch pad. They did the pre-sale, blah 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 blah. They airdropped people some tokens after the fact as well. Anyway, launches at about 300K. Goes to $1 million, and then it came down to. On the first day, it came down to about 400K. Then it went to 300 and something K. Then it kind of tapered off around there, 3-2, and it kind of remained steady. Then it kind of trended down to about 150ish day 2. So obviously less marketing, less hype, and now I think it's maybe around 120, 100ish, something like that.
It's not dead yet, then. If it's still around one thing.
Yeah.
It's not dead. You got some more marketing activities, but what pissed me off is that there was, I think there was some insiders that were selling, and then they were getting criticized, and they were like, "Oh, there was this bad actor," and it was obviously dumping on people when it was high. And then in the message that we have as the people that were like launching the project, it was like, so I didn't put my real name, but he's just basically saying, Harris, did you sell any of your tokens? He was asking everyone. And I said, my tokens? I didn't even check my wallet yet. What do you mean? So then afterwards, I went to check my wallet, and obviously the tokens were there. And I was like, rah, this at one point was worth 10 bags, and now it's like 2 or 3. So
still something.
But yeah, still something.
Did you sell?
A bit less than that now. I haven't yet, but I'm gonna sell today. But
so what's the lesson that you want to tell the listeners?
Sorry?
What's the lesson you want to share with the listeners?
Well, the lesson is hustle and learn on somebody else's dime because there's a lot. No, it's true. Get paid to you know what I'm saying. Get paid to learn the mistakes of somebody else. The first one flops. I didn't lose anything from it. I didn't gain much from it either, but I didn't lose anything. Maybe just a day or two. The second one was obviously done a bit better. Got a bit of soul, and obviously the majority of it's in tokens. So yeah,
Yeah, I hear that.
it's an interesting experience. I would suggest that if you can get yourself into these positions, they often beget new positions as well. Once people see that you're doing something beneficial too. So if you're looking for a way to break into crypto, try and hustle, man.
No, for sure. Rick, you wanna chime in a little bit quickly?
Yeah, wait. When you say hustle, what do you mean? Like, you found these people on LinkedIn, right?
Yeah, so they had an opportunity on LinkedIn, and then instead of just like sending a CV or whatever, I just messaged her to say, is this opportunity still going? She just looked at my profile and was like, yeah, I'm going to call you today. And I was like, okay,
Okay.
cool. Then we just spoke from there, and then I spoke to the other guy the same day, and they're like, yeah, Monday. Okay, cool. And then we just moved from there.
Cool. So basically, you're part of a rug pull.
Yeah, wait, it's still there, so I wouldn't say rug pull, although the guy is moving a bit booky.
Well,
I messaged him.
at least it wasn't like condoms. At least the token got actually published to
Nah,
the blockchain, right?
no.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. They actually have a product as well launching next week. So
They have a
Oh,
product.
slow down. So it could
Wow.
pump to
Yeah.
1 million. You could 10x that piece.
I don't know, boy. I don't know. If it does, boy,
Happy
I'll
days.
take the little piece that I have and then keep it moving
Yeah, I heard
onto
that.
onto the next thing. Onto the next thing.
I heard
But
that.
yeah, I thought that was an interesting insider's look into the meme coin space. Now I can obviously peek behind the curtains. You know, people are paying influencers and all types of stuff to get things pumped. But we obviously knew most of that anyway.
Exactly. I was about to just say that. I feel like we already knew this. I mean, a lot of this faceless Twitter guys on X.
It's not just a faceless one, by the way. But
yeah, faceless with face, whatever it is. Like we understood, I think, since the ICO days, that you get credited with some tokens, some behind the behind the scene deals, and then you know what I mean. You go in there, shit it to people, shit it to poor retail traders, and then they ape in, and the creators dumping them. I think it's nothing new. I think it's just funny how like this meme coin frenzy still continues on, and people know the risk, but the fact that you can get rich really quickly doesn't deter people. And well, your story is very interesting because being involved in a project is a different kind of risk because you didn't invest your own hard-earned money; you were credited for the work that you did. So maybe I think that's a better use of your resource rather than aping in, no, especially for a completely new token like the one that they launched on Ton was wild. Why would you launch on Ton? Like Ton is a relatively new. I think if you check the TVL, the Ton network, I don't think it's even reached 2 billion yet. I would be shocked if it's like 4 or 5 billion.
Wait. What? The market cap of Ton.
No, TVL, the
no,
total value locked.
total value locked.
Okay.
No market cap. The total value locked inside the Ton network. So not
Yeah,
just the Ton network market
No,
cap because
I know there's a project. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like
Is it
a
Brett?
dog.
Oh, okay.
No, Brett's on base. There's a dog meme coin on Ton,
of course.
and I think last time I checked it was like 90 mil. I forgot
Wow.
what it's called.
Dog with Ton.
I still won't touch that because like I said, Ton is still relatively new blockchain. Don't know what's going on. A lot of people are shilling it, but I mean, for me, it doesn't make sense the strategy. But like I said, as long as you hustle and bustle in the space, there's ways for you to make money. That's the most important thing. There's a niche for everybody. Just need
Definitely.
to get
100%.
active.
I think if you have time and you want to break into the market, then yeah, you can just utilize your time. You can do airdrops. You can be literally learning everything that you can, doing work for companies for free, even in part time. It's an easy market to break into because everyone is so new and everyone
That's
is
the
so
thing.
like open to saying, "Oh, we're gonna give this guy a try. We're gonna give." Bro, these guys are betting on meme coins, bro. These guys have entire companies around dog with balls. Like they are not people that hold like high regards for any particular skill set other than just grinding. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. If you can show that you're good at delivering, and maybe you've had some prior success, or if you can get into a project where they can take a bet on you based on your other experience outside of crypto, and then you have that as a case study, then yeah, you've broken in. But the first one will be the hardest. But once you've got the ball rolling, it'll be a lot easier for sure. So there really is no excuse. Even if you have no money, you can get involved in crypto. Just because you don't have the funds to invest doesn't mean you can't, get involved.
100%.
I think that's the takeaway from that story. So, obviously, we have successfully, passed the Bitcoin halving, and the market has been flat. But it's not anything that we haven't seen before. So, what are your post halving predictions?
Well, wait. So we say the market's been flat. So yeah, Bitcoin, big Bitcoins, top 10
Yeah.
have been pretty stable. Nothing's been going crazy. But meme coin, bro, when I was doing some research, I was like, meme coins over the last 7 days are doing well, bro. Like Bonk is up 90% over the last 7 days. Flocky 35%. Bohm is 12%. It was actually higher yesterday. It's come down a bit. Like the only one that's gone down since the halving in most popular meme coins is Doge, and it's only down 1%, bro. Like 1%.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously Bitcoin went up to 66, came back down. Now it's just floating around this point where I thought it'd be lower than this, but yeah,
So I thought we'll see a bigger retracement.
when I was diving in deeper, historically, it's like you get the highest point from an halving, like within up to a year after the halving, and a year before the halving, you get to your lowest point. So probably around last year, April, May, Bitcoin was at its lowest point for a while, and then we'll see how it goes over the next 12 months. But that's how it looked historically. But obviously, the past isn't a good prediction of what exactly will happen in the future. But yeah, I think the block reward's going down to 3.125 as well. I am feeling like miners are gonna have to work their ass off.
100%.
You think it's still worth it mining, by the way?
The thing is, though, you say this, but the thing is,
obviously the price is going to increase. I understand that, but I'm just saying
the price is going to. But like miners have been profitable now since Bitcoin. Like miners were living their best lives when Bitcoin hit around 45K a couple of months ago, like 6-7 months ago.
45
and ever since
better
then,
than now. You say 45 better than now?
No, not better than now. But when it hit about 45, the transaction values were so high, probably better than it is right now. Transaction volumes were so high, like so many people were interacting with the chain, even though there was no retail investors. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But things were going really well for miners, and then obviously with the price surge, things got better and better. Those guys are printing money, living their best lives. So I don't know. I think this may be. I'll have to check the hash rate difficulty, but I think this maybe pushed them back down into when Bitcoin was around. Not even half the price. I'd say probably like 40K, 45K. So I don't think them lot are losing any sleep.
No, definitely not.
What's your halving prediction, Rick? You didn't give your halving prediction. Post halving prediction. Post halving. Yeah.
Price of Bitcoin, bro. I see Bitcoin at least 145K next year, February.
Stamp it. Okay. I like it.
It's been very interesting. I think the same thing leading with the same thing that happened with the Bitcoin ETF approval. Leading to that, there was a dump, but I didn't really expect much for the post halving. Because a lot of people on X, a lot of crypto guys thought halving means immediate to the moon, 4 or 5x from the 60K range, but it just doesn't quite work like that because money has to flow in. There has to be buyer interest. And I think I saw some news today actually for the first time since the launch of the Bitcoin ETF, the ETF had zero inflow on their ETF purchases. So that's very interesting, which means it just means that there is some interest around the ETF tapering down a little bit. And this is predictable because we've had some geopolitical instability around the East area between Israel and Iran. And then there was a dump around that time, and obviously the market quickly recovered. But I just think right now, with the Fed being a bit hawkish, not wanting to kind of read the cut rate just yet, it just hasn't really shown any kind of. There hasn't been enough catalyst for the market to carry on its uptrend. So I'm not surprised that the market's been flat. It could remain flat for the next 4 or 5 months, and then we carry on in like Q4 or something. So my post-halving prediction is actually around the same range as Ricardo's. So I'm expecting a minimum of 150K per Bitcoin by next year Feb as well.
Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I mean, I think Rick's very, very accurate in his assessment, and also Deji. But in terms of like, because I've been really head deep or head
In
first
memes.
into the meme coin space right now, working on them, investing in them, losing money on them, making a little bit of money on them. That space hasn't really slowed down. I think when I gave my assessment last time, I said that if I open deck screen on new pairs, like for 10 projects, like 7 might be scams, 2 might pump to like a few 100,000, and 1 might kind of do nothing or be a slow rug. I think that's what I said last time. I think that dynamic has changed a bit. I'm not going to lie. It hasn't been as meteoric, but you can still see like some breakout projects. So yeah, I think the overall market has had a slight dampener on at least new projects launching into the meme coin space. But meme coins still making money? Yes, there's loads of different ways to do it. There's pumped up fun. Obviously, there's pre-sales. Haven't really touched or gone into the pre-sales space myself. But pumped up fun's very, very interesting, and maybe we can delve into that another time. Have you guys seen or heard or played with pumped up fun?
I've heard about it.
Pump.
Yeah. So
Nah.
basically, it's a platform which allows you to. So it's the original goal of it. I think is to eliminate like scams, and also the liquidity problem, etc., of new projects. Because you go in there, you as the project owner put in like a little bit of soul, and then I think they provide the liquidity, and then if it gets to 30K market cap, you get something called King of the Hill, which gives you extra marketing. You'll be on the front homepage. And then if you get to, I think it's about 55, maybe $60,000, then they'll send you to Radium, and then you'll be available for the mass market to purchase on Deck Screener, etc., etc. So yeah, it's quite a nice way of doing it. They're all I would say it's a bit more. I wouldn't say safe, because there's still ways that you can get like dumped on, etc. But it's just a bit more straightforward than just going on a fresh project of Deck Screener, in my opinion. Anyway, not financial advice. But yeah, let's move on to the next story. CZ is going to spend 3 years in prison after pleading guilty. So yeah, he's
Money
going to
laundering.
jail. That was a charge?
That is
So
emotional.
yeah, man. I'm sure when he started Binance that he didn't foresee that being on his resume.
Yeah, he
But
did.
what do you mean he did?
I mean, like, what I'm trying to say is obviously, obviously it's crazy that this is happening, but you need to understand that CZ he comes across to me as someone that knows what he's doing. Like, he knew there was some laundering going on through his exchange, and he chose to turn the blind eye to it because, I mean, you're still getting your base salary, your bonus for being a CEO, being a co-founder of Binance. So I think it was convenient for him. And then he knew if you go ahead of it, when the SEC started knocking the door, serving them a Wells notice, he knew that there was right on the wall. He could spend some time in jail. So he pleaded guilty quickly and stepped down. So for me, personally, 3 years is not a lot because I know he's going to get out on good behavior by 1.5 years. So really, he's only going to spend 50 months in jail, and then he can come back to the billion. So I think he just, to me, he just comes across as someone that knows what he's doing. Obviously, he didn't intend to go jail, but I think anything can happen in this space. I mean, it could have been something else. It could have been much worse. It could have been 5 years. It could have been 10 years. It could have been, but I think 3 years is light work in my opinion. And then I think that's one of the reasons why he stepped down and then didn't really fight it, because the more you fight it, the more you look guilty, and then the more the SEC is probably likely to seek for a more aggressive sentence. But because he was compliant from the jump, that's why the sentence is light in my opinion. And then he knew exactly what he was doing because I mean, he knew there was some laundering going on.
Yeah,
bro.
Rick, you look like you don't agree.
Bro, blood, fuck the US government, bro. Bro, they charged Binance $3.5 billion last year, yeah? In
True.
fucking some bullshit claim about whatever, like you're trading securities or you allow people to trade securities. Cool. Sorry, not even 3.5, $4.32 billion. It was £3.5 roughly. Blood. And then after that, you're coming, the CEO steps down, and now you're coming for him saying that he didn't follow every single rule that you set out to stop money laundering on his platform. Bro, why are they not bringing Mark Zuckerberg in for fucking, well, I guess they have for privacy laws. Why are they not bringing every tech CEO in for breaking rules around things that happen on their platform? They're not, are they? They're
No,
only bringing in guys that they have a problem with or that they can't control. Bro, I just feel like this is the same reason they're trying to ban TikTok in America because they're like,
of course it's.
we don't control all of this. And they're,
1000%.
they're trying to get some fall guy and they can't get a fall guy out of Tenpin in China. So they're just like, we're just going to get rid of it. But
ByteDance,
CZ was
yeah.
happy to be the fall guy because he wanted his business to still go on in the US. Bro,
Honestly,
these guys are just fucking parasites, blood.
yeah, honestly, Rick,
No,
I
they
think
are.
you make a lot of like very, very valid points in terms of like US don't like things that they can't control, and then TikTok being one of them. But I actually don't mind TikTok being banned because it's actually, to me, TikTok can come across for the younger minds to be a more of a toxic platform. Well, I don't want to digress. I think you made a great comparison between all those tech CEOs that violated antitrust rules, and then they've only been fined, slide in the hand, and then they said as long as you're compliant with us next time, there'll be no problems. And then I think because CZ probably hasn't been compliant from the get, and then obviously when they realized it was in trouble, they had to make an example of him because if they don't, a lot of people are doing this. They know, cool. So white collar crime. I'm not gonna get 10 years because he didn't really defraud people of that money. It was criminal organization laundering money through his platform. He didn't tell them you can do it. He didn't stop them.
Bro,
You know what I
these
mean?
guys,
So
bro, like let me read this to you. He has been
Go on.
freed on a $175 million bond, bro. That's more than SBF.
wait, they
And
don't
then
pay that. You're Rick. They don't pay all that bond, by the way. They only pay a percentage of that bond. They don't
they
pay the
pay
full thing.
50%.
Yeah. It's not like that.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of fucking money, bro. That's a lot of money. And then on top of that, Binance's penalty included a 1.81 billion criminal fine and a 2.51 billion restitution. And then Zhao himself had to pay 50 million from his own pocket. Bro, these
Yeah.
guys are money grab, bro. These guys are
Yeah,
just trying to afford peas.
bro. This is nothing new. All government, even the UK governments are money grabbers, fam. They see any little P you have, they want to tax you, fam. Oh yeah, the tax.
Bro, these
I'm
guys
not
are
surprised.
dickheads.
I'm not surprised at all. You know what I mean?
I can't imagine. Nah, man. Bro, CZ had one of the fastest unicorns in the world.
Yep.
And now
In
you're just trying
history,
to
yeah.
piss on, man. Like, you lot have got millions of tax from him. Like, so many countries from him, his company, all the shit that he's done. Ugh, bro, it's a
The
fucking
amount of
shame,
people he
bro.
employs, it's a mad thing.
How many
It's a
people
mad
he
thing.
employs? Bro, he's giving your people hope. Like, your dickhead American people, he's giving them hope.
Wow, Ricardo's
Bro,
going in on Americans. Easy, bro. Easy.
I didn't mean every American's a dickhead. Obviously, I meant like the SEC. Like he's giving the fucking SEC hope because without him, they wouldn't have had this fucking 4 billion worth of fines. Like he's giving the country hope, bro. And then you're just gonna do this to my man. Yeah, that's a dickhead move, man.
You know what it is, yeah. Listen, I completely agree with you, Rick. But like I'm telling you, I think they had to make an example of him. But it was like I said, like obviously they already finessed him of his wallet. Now they just want to slap him on the wrist with a little 3 year sentence. But he's gonna go to like not a high security prison. It's gonna be like a low security. We probably have sauna, gym, jacuzzi in there. Like it's
Sauna.
gonna be light work, bro. It's gonna be light
That
work.
man said he's going David Lloyd's for a
You
few
know what?
months, man.
You know what should happen? Do you know what should happen? When
What's
Biden
that?
walks out of office, they should pardon my man, bro.
Yeah, they should. And I think I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
SPF should
Rick,
stay in jail forever.
no,
They
no,
should
actually,
pardon
bro,
easy.
SPF stole money. He deserves to spend every single year he can in jail. Big man thing. But I think, like I'm telling you, CZ will not spend 3 years in jail. I'm telling you, he will not.
He probably won't unless he puts some work in jail or something. But yeah, he should be alright.
He has too many connections to spend 3 years in jail. Trust me. he's gonna lobby a lot of all those people all the people he's been donating campaigns to, funding their campaign. Oh yeah, he's gonna call on that help ASAP.
Yeah.
So
we'll have to see how that plays out. But best wishes to CZ. We hope to see you soon. So that was Crypto Flip, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
peace.